Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great week so far, and welcome to this new video right here on Solana. I wanted to do an update because we're at a pretty crucial level right here. Yesterday, I don't think Solana actually still moved. No. Solana still moved higher. That was also to be expected if you watched my video yesterday. When I made the video, the price was around like 151, and what we said is that the next resistance level was the 90-day rolling VWAP around 155. So we spiked it down into that. From there, found resistance. That's normal. It's a very strong resistance level, and just you could have also seen on the higher time frames. We have the 200 EMA there as well. So this is normal. However, I do think I need to warn you a little bit for something, all right? And that is, if you watch my videos throughout the last week, you already knew that this was the main key level. But we've hit this level right here at 145, 144. That's by far the most important key level right here for Solana. And so far you can see we're finding strong support there. That's also in line with what was to be expected. I mean, if it's such a strong key level, of course you should bounce from there. At least a little bit. However, now the big question is well, can we actually turn this bounce into a continuation into the next resistance level at 165? And that is the one thing I'm slightly worried about. All right, and the main reason why I'm slightly worried about that is twofold. And that's first of all that if you take a look at Solana right now, it's obviously still relatively strong, but it's increasing its correlation to Bitcoin. All right, if you check out the 3-day correlation to Bitcoin, it's lower than the 1-day correlation. That means that Solana is starting to get more correlated to Bitcoin, which usually means that a coin is losing momentum. All right, if a coin has no momentum of itself, it just follows the market. And that's also reflected if you take a look at the open interest, which is pretty flat, has been flat basically since Monday, which is not great, but all right. And the volume. Volume since yesterday evening has decreased a fair bit as well. So I'm not saying it's over. However, I do think this was the top for Bitcoin. And even though we might have a liquidity spike up, and that's going to pull up Solana as well, I am slightly leaning towards telling you that I think it's most likely that, like I said, we might still have a liquidity spike up, but that I don't expect us to reach 165. And that I think it's most likely that we will pull back below 145 and drop down into our main support level right here at 135. But this is mainly based on the fact, like I said earlier, that Solana really doesn't have that much momentum of itself anymore, and that for Bitcoin, this looks like topping price action to me. Now, the one thing that could still save this, I don't think the European session is going to save this, but the one thing that could still save this is a very bullish New York opening, US opening. So that's, for example, what we had on Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, we had an enormous amount of strength coming in during those sessions. That pushed prices higher. Then I think Solana can still push up above 154, up to 164. But due to the fact that Solana has no momentum, that has to come from Bitcoin. That has to come from Bitcoin reclaiming 93,000 and rallying higher into 96 and 96.5. All right, then Solana can push up. Otherwise, no. And at this point of time, given the way that Bitcoin looks, I don't think it's most likely it's going to push up. So therefore, I'm going to have to tell you, I think this is most likely for Solana. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's what I think for now. And that's what I think you need to know. That's all the details for today. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.